Coach Rick Finotti from the John Carroll football program. Boy, another big program. How exciting is this 2 years in a row to bring this in?
Yeah, we're really excited about what we're doing here at John Carroll and what's been done. Great tradition, pride. I think sometimes, we got to get that little secret out there to everybody. So it's just another great camp. Last year we had about 325 campers and prospects. I think this year we're going to closer to 400. So, and to pair up with Notre Dame, Cincinnati, Kent State, a lot of the great coaches and a lot of guys that I knew coming through my office at St. Ed's that I've become friends with. And so it's great for the profession. It's also great for these young men to come out and be able to, for 4 hours in a night, get around a lot of great coaches and potentially help their future.
And you're not only marketing your own program here, but these kids, tell me about what you want these kids to get exposed to tonight.
What I want them to get exposed to is to be able to, one, create connections with other players, create connections with the college coaches, be able to, what we do, our camp's a little bit different than a traditional college camp. It's kind of like a football practice, but also, too, there's a lot of great competition, so there's a lot of interaction with coaches. So a lot of station work, position work, one-on-ones, some races. We do some conventional tackling. We devise this tackle circuit that we were able to identify guys carrying the football and also to tackling. So really be able to showcase their skills from A to Z in football, no matter their position.
Now, your program's obviously been some national title stuff. Mason McKinrick gets a shot at the NFL this year. But to bring in a Notre Dame, to bring into Cincinnati, last year Michigan, those are some big heavy hitter names to bring into Northeastern Ohio, isn't it?
Big time, and I think that goes back to the pedigree of the player of Northeast Ohio. And for my time in Michigan and my time at St. Ed's and Mayfield, I made great connections amongst these coaches. So a lot of these guys are my friends. It's been great to see them go to the Notre Dames, to the Cincinnatis of the world, and you know what? And it's a competitive market. And players are getting offered earlier and earlier. So by us, with the NCAA rules now, you have to have a camp on an NCAA campus. So for us in Cleveland, it's a tremendous fit for our players and then also too for the schools.
For your players, I've seen a good number of your own players here work in this camp. What type of experience does it give them as far as networking?
What I think is tremendous. The type of player that comes to John Carroll, you think about it, is a lot of our players go on to become lawyers, doctors, CEOs, work for Fortune 500 companies, entrepreneurs, and so we're really talented, competitive group. Our locker room's really tight. So a lot of these guys get around this. This is a great environment for them. So I have a handful, probably half of our 25 guys that are working at camp, our players, they're going to be potential coaches. So they're out here networking, they're running stations too. So it lets them to kind of showcase what they're doing and get watched and start that networking right now.
This gives you a little opportunity to maybe find a few new blue streaks, right?
Yep. No doubt. That's what we're looking for. We had a close to 20 to 25 that were part of this camp, that were part of this freshman class this year. So really excited about the possibilities and getting that connection, coming up to our campus. And we do it right away at the beginning of the year. We want to be the first camp of the season and really hit it off and make that great first impression.